Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about postpartum. I'm currently 15 days postpartum. My goal was to film this between like days 10 and 14, so I feel like I'm kind of right where I wanted to be. I want to share kind of my experience so far, just to kind of, just like with my birth story, I thought that was really fun to share. I thought I would share going into kind of like the fourth trimester, as we like to call it, as a first-time mom, to help encourage other first-time moms or other moms out there who might be experiencing the same things or just looking for added encouragement. So for starters, we're gonna talk pregnancy weight gain. My pregnancy weight gain was very little, I feel like, but I did gain weight with my egg retrieval and with going on PIO, progesterone in oil, pre-frozen embryo transfer. In case you're new here, we did IVF. I said this before in my last video, but we did an egg retrieval. Well, I did an egg retrieval in August, and then we did a frozen embryo transfer in October. We transferred 2 embryos. We were successful with getting 2 heartbeats. We had twins. Unfortunately, we did lose one in the first trimester, and I just gave birth to our beautiful miracle baby, like I said, 15 days ago. So for starters, pregnancy weight gain from the day that I was at the clinic and they weighed me for like my chart, I guess, because then they could give that to my regular OB. On that day when they took my HCG to confirm pregnancy, from that day until the day I gave birth, I gained 11 pounds. Now I feel like I attribute this to many different factors. One, I was super sick throughout my pregnancy, especially the first and second trimester. I was on meds to help with vomiting. We also had a 2-vessel cord, so I feel like baby was like sucking everything she could out of me because of that cord. She just wasn't getting as much nutrients as like a normal cord. If you didn't know what a 2-vessel cord is, I've explained this so many times, but it is a rarity in birth. It happens like 1 out of 10,000 pregnancies, I think. But it is when you have 1 artery and 1 vein as an umbilical cord versus 2 arteries and 2 veins. So a lot of times baby just has to work harder to get nutrients, and oftentimes your baby is smaller. We definitely saw a much smaller baby and we went early. So I gained 11 total pounds from the day that was confirming pregnancy to the day that I gave birth. Now, technically, I had an appointment the Friday before I gave birth. So it was like 3 days prior to her arrival. And that's the weight that I'm going off of because I didn't weigh myself before I went to the hospital. I didn't weigh myself at the hospital. So we're just going off that weight, 11 pounds. I was also very active throughout my pregnancy. I made the commitment to work out for a minimum of 30 minutes a day. If anything, I would go for a walk, do cardio as I built up my strength. I got cleared to work out around like the 10-week, 3-day, 4-day mark. I can't remember exactly the day, but I got cleared to work out then, and I worked out for 30 minutes minimum every single day. Like I said, I committed to at least walking every single day, but as I built up my strength, I went back to weight training and spinning and running, and I just did all the things because I had no limitations, no restrictions. So I worked out every single day, which also could have been a factor in like how little I gained. I also ate extremely healthy. I was actually really blessed that anything that was junk food related, fried food, carbs, like it was incredible. All my normal love of foods I did not like during pregnancy. Not only was I super sick, but I had a ton of food aversions, but I'm really thankful that like healthy food sounded so good. I couldn't even eat a lot of fruit. Fruit was like an ick to me, but salads and just like I just feel really blessed that I was able to eat healthy because I know that can be a challenge for a lot of people when they're pregnant. So pregnancy weight gain, 11 pounds. Since giving birth, and we take the number that I was at my last appointment until today, 15 days postpartum, I'm actually down 23 pounds. But if you do the math, you're like, wait, you only gained 11 pounds with pregnancy. How are you gained 23 pounds? I'm actually back to my pre-egg retrieval weight. I did not expect that to happen. I was told by my fertility clinic and my high-risk doctor that things would just kind of flush down really fast post-baby, but like until you experience it, I feel like you don't get your hopes up in a way. Yes, I said hopes up because obviously I didn't want to carry that weight for very long since it was not my normal weight, but like I would deal with it and lose it after baby because that's normal to want to do that, I guess. Maybe not, but for me it was. But I quickly in the first week postpartum, I did weigh myself, which was 3 days postpartum. and I was already down 17 pounds. And then since then, my weight has really trickled down. I attribute this to a lot of things, right? When you have a baby, it's not just the baby that you are losing the weight from. It's the fluid, it's the placenta, it's stress, it's newly breastfeeding, which burns more calories. For me, I was in the NICU with my baby for a week, so I think that added up to the stress. All of those things equal 23 pounds down, and I am at my pre-egg retrieval weight. And I have shared this many times, but I did gain weight with my egg retrieval meds. That's super common. And then also when I went on PIO, progesterone and oil, instantly I started gaining weight. I gained like 8 or 9 pounds within like 10 days of starting to take that, which they said was super common. So I just, you know, went with it. Like whatever my body needed to do to protect that embryo and make sure we had a successful pregnancy, it did. The medicine did its job. So I had that weight gain pre-pregnancy, which like I said is super normal for a lot of IVF moms. And then I had my pregnancy weight, which in total was 23 pounds. And I am so shocked, honestly, that I have lost all of it. And really not even trying, it just came off. Again, I think it is attributing to birth and then stress and then being a newly breastfeeding mom, just like all of those things in general. Just kind of, my body was like, okay, we're gonna go back to homeostasis as best as possible and then moving forward. So I did want to touch on like my fitness goals a little bit and everything I wanted to do moving forward, because I feel amazing. And even though I might not be training super hard at this time, I did have some fitness goals because that's just who I am. So right at 7 days postpartum, I started going for intentional walks. I was cleared by my OB as soon as I gave birth that I could walk as much as I wanted. I could do pelvic floor exercises as soon as I wanted, as soon as I felt good. But I waited until we were out of the NICU. So at 7 days postpartum, we started going for intentional walks at night when it was cooler. Our baby loves being outside, bless her, because so do mom and dad. So when it gets cool in the evenings, we've been going for 30-minute walks, which has been so nice. I think a lot of moms really feel this when you're, especially when you're a new mom, you are trying to set up your whole schedule and you feel like you're just kind of tied to going with the flow of the baby. So getting out every single evening and getting some fresh air just feels so good. And I joke that it's like we go at the time that used to be my bedtime, but now it's like my second wind of the evening. We go and I just feel so refreshed and renewed, and then I'm ready to tackle the evening with baby. So we've been going, like I said, for intentional walks starting at 7 days postpartum, and then that week 7 through like 13 days postpartum, I started doing pelvic floor exercises, but I only did 3 pelvic floor exercises, like workouts that week. They're about 15 to 20 minutes long. You can link the channel that I'm using, which I love her workouts. I'm already obsessed with them and I feel really good. So I was doing those last week. Now coming into this week, I'm still doing intentional walks, but I'm amping it up a little bit. I'm trying to do at least 45 minutes just to get some more steps in. I'm sitting a lot, obviously feeding, breastfeeding, doing all the things, recovering. But recovery looks different for everyone. For me, I feel better when I move. So I've been upping it to 45 minutes. So we're doing like a 20-25 minute walk in the morning and then a 20-25 minute walk in the evening. And it just feels really good. In the mornings, if it's really hot, because I do live in Las Vegas, I'm walking on my treadmill and that feels really nice. And now coming into this week, my plan is to do at least 4 pelvic floor workouts a week, and incorporating some kind of stretching and yoga every single day, because I will tell you that feeding a baby, I have the worst posture from breastfeeding, from bottle feeding, from everything, like just the way I sit, and everything is really tight up in here. So just doing a lot of stretching and movements feels so good. Feels like I'm taking care of myself in a way that helps with my recovery, but also moving forward, so I'm not getting like horrible posture and like nerve pain or like, you know, slouching, stuff like that. So it feels really good. Am I technically cleared to work out? Technically no, but like I said, my OB said if you're feeling good, the best thing you can do for recovery is to walk, to do pelvic floor exercises as soon as you start to feel good, and then also stretching and yoga. So I feel really good about those things. And then for like breastfeeding and my diet and all those things, obviously I'm not like trying to lose weight. My body looks completely different than it did pre-pregnancy. And that's something that I have accepted. And I think a lot of women have a hard time with that, but a lot of women also accept that like even if you get to your pre-pregnancy weight, your body's gonna look different. I have less muscle, I have more body fat. My whole body just looks different, but I am so grateful for this body that gifted me the gift of pregnancy and a beautiful birth and labor and our baby. So like, I'm not upset about it, but I do have goals to get to moving my body in the direction where I want to take it, you know, into the next level with body recomp. Just who I am. I'm not going to apologize for that. I think a lot of people think that's really negative, but I think it's really positive and really, really empowering to think you can literally grow a human, feed a human, and then you can recomp your body and change shape, put on muscle, do whatever you want after your baby comes. So moving into the next month, like I said, I'm just gonna be walking, stretching, pelvic floor, and yoga. But diet-wise, I am going to make sure that I'm eating enough. One of the biggest things that I have found in the last couple of weeks, if I'm not eating enough protein, I'm starving. Breastfeeding like takes it out of you. Breastfeeding hunger is so real. And I think my body is like in complete shock because during pregnancy, I had so many food aversions. I was so sick. I had such little appetite that now I have an appetite again. And my body's like, oh my goodness, food tastes good. Let's eat. And I am so happy about that. But I do notice that like if I'm not eating enough protein, I am starving. I'm not satiated. So really moving into the next month, before I start incorporating weightlifting exercises and all of those things, once I feel like I am fully recovered, I'm going to make sure I'm eating adequate protein. This will also set me up so when I recomp my body, start to add more muscle, I'm already setting myself up for that building block of success by having the protein I need to build and rejuvenate and recomp my body. So really not like anything crazy, but I thought I would share this because I thought it would be fun to share because like I said, I love watching these types of videos. I love hearing from new moms and moms that have done these things before. I just think it's like really interesting, but also so fascinating what the female body can do. Like I just think it's amazing. So yeah, those are my goals. That is what I've done so far post-baby. Like I said, I'm 15 days post-baby. I feel really good. I honestly have so much energy, which just feels so nice, like a true gift. You're gonna actually see a video. I think I'm gonna put together like a month-long vlog of my workouts just to see if my body changes. All just doing like pelvic floor exercises, stretching, walking, things like that. I think I'm gonna put like together a whole month vlog. So if you're not subscribed, do so right now so you don't miss that. It will obviously be a little bit before it's done since I'm gonna take a little bit of footage every single day and just kind of talk through, kind of like I've done with like other workout challenges before, or like work out with me for a week or anything like that. I thought it'd be fun to share like a whole month of, you know, post-baby. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. It's a quick, short update video, but like I said, I wanted to bring this for you guys. I hope you really enjoy, and I will see you soon. Which, by the way, I think I'm gonna do another like what I eat in a day because I found that the last one I shared was super helpful. I have been doing more like meal prep style while baby's taking her first nap or she's having a contact nap on me in the wrap, like I shared in my last video, which I will link. It's on my other channel. But I had so many of you comment and say that you were looking for meal ideas because you're also breastfeeding or you're a busy mom, and I thought I would share another one of those style of what I eat in a days. So check back soon because I will have one of those posted very, very soon. I did film another one, but it also helps keep me accountable. Again, like I said, if I eat enough protein, I feel super satiated. So I thought filming that would help me keep accountable because then I can share it with you guys. So stay tuned. I'll have that edited and out very soon, and I will see you then in that video. Bye-bye.